Andrew, just talk us through the season so far. How are you feeling about the way it's going from your perspective?
Reasonably well. Like I think we started off really well. Obviously after Bolton, but like obviously like the last three games take Wigan out of it, we've done really well. I think it was 8 unbeaten. But obviously the frustration started at well, who is it we played? Fleetwood, yeah, and Fleetwood and Doncaster and then Shrewsbury. Like if you look at the league table, it looks like we've dropped a few points there. But other than that, we responded well against Wigan on Tuesday night, and we're going in tomorrow's game with a high.
What a response it was against Wigan. I mean, a fantastic result. The MK Dons have never won there. Wigan are a side going very, very well. They won 4-0 in their previous game at Bolton, so you must have all been pretty high after that game, come out of that game feeling pretty good about yourselves.
Yeah, 100%. Like you said, they spent a lot of money they'll definitely be up there this season, pushing for promotion. But like we say, after the game, we weren't surprised that we beat them because we know we're also a good team. And yeah, there's no ego about us. Also, we'll just move on now and kick on Saturday.
I know when us in the media speak to strikers, we always talk about the targets for goals. Your targets are completely different. They're clean sheets. How do you feel about the amount of clean sheets this season? I would imagine you'll probably say, despite the fact that the team are doing well, you want to see more clean sheets.
Yeah, that's the one. We just need to cut out the silly goals, especially, the first goal is massive in football games. It starts the momentum off. Like the Wigan game, I thought we did well to come back into that after conceding so early again.
Does it help that, on the whole, the three players in front of you, and to a large part the five, with maybe Peter Kioso coming in, but you've got Daniel, you've got Dean Lewington, you've got Harry Darling, and Warren O'Bora, regular fixtures for you in front of you, that must help.
Yeah, it does. I mean, we've grown like a bond in last season. We know how each other plays and what our strengths and weaknesses are. So we all help each other through the game, and we all have that connection where we can communicate and try and like the trust. The trust is there. So whatever we say, they know we can do that.
Has anyone in the dressing room talked about promotion, Andrew?
No, we're not thinking about it. We're just thinking game by game. But that is the aim. So, like I say, we've not even thought about the end of the season. We're just thinking game by game, picking up 3 points.
Good man, thank you.
No worries.
There have been some games that you've been pretty quiet in, and I've probably put down Wigan as one of those. Didn't really have many saves, but there was an awful lot of, I suppose, mental pressure that you had to go under. How tough is that for a goalkeeper when you've just got to pay attention all the time, but you're not really physically doing anything?
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone thinks it's an easy job at the back, but there's one split second in the whole 90 minutes of the game, and you're called upon. So keeping your concentration, the communication with the team helps that. So, like I say, there's just 1 minute in the game you can be called upon, and that's all that matters really. That can make the difference.
Which one do you prefer though? Do you prefer being flying about in your goal mouth, or do you prefer those sorts of games where you are just having to pay attention?
To be fair, I like staying in the game, so I'd say the games where I'm involved more often than just watching really, and then having just be switched on in the one moment.
I spoke to Lewis Price a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking to me about the style of play that you're playing with now, and how it's not entirely different to the way you were playing under Russell Martin, but it's seen you play a little bit more in your penalty area, I think, this season, hasn't it?
Yeah, it does. There've been minor tweaks really, just the way we play and just thinking about more the threat rather than the play style now, and just cutting out the silly little mistakes leading to the goals, and going longer more when teams are pressing, not inviting the press. So it's just minor little tweaks really.
And how are you finding it? Is it still just as enjoyable playing this sort of style, or is it just entirely based on results? If the team's winning, that's all that matters to you.
No, I'm enjoying it. It's like I say, I'm still playing the way I did really last season in terms of stepping in and like the bounce and finding the free man. So there's still a lot of pressure on me, and I do enjoy that.
It's a trend for modern goalkeepers, isn't it? And how important is it, do you think, now as young goalkeepers coming through the ranks, that they are taught to play with their feet as well as their hands?
Yeah, obviously the game's adapting, and that's one of the main things that's coming into goalkeeping now is that everyone wants a keeper who's good with their feet. and as important that is, keeping the ball in it's the main thing. So you can't get carried away with it.
Rotherham then tomorrow. It's another big team, isn't it? That keep cropping up along the way this season. I suppose it's just a case of carrying on from where you left off on Tuesday night.
Yeah, no, we have a brief idea of what to expect, and it's nothing new to us. So hopefully we can deal with that. Like I say, it's nothing new. We face it almost every week now with the teams they play, and like long balls, second balls. It's massive in this game tomorrow.